Good morning, brothers of Phi Chi Theta. My name is Paul Myers, and I'm so excited to bring you all today's news. To start off, RFK Jr. has announced plans to cut 10,000 jobs from the Health and Human Services Department. He argues that these cuts will get rid of inefficiencies in the department, whereas his critics argue that cutting this many roles will lead to the population being less healthy. Senator Patty Murray asserts that pushing out all these workers will just mean fewer health services for our communities, more opportunities for disease to spread, and longer waits for life-saving treatments and cures. As part of the 10,000 workers who will be let go, according to HHS documents, the Trump administration plans to cut 3,500 full-time employees for the FDA, 2,400 employees for the Center for Disease Control, 1,200 employees for the NIH, and 300 employees from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Next, TikTok has one more month to be bought out by a U.S. company before it could be potentially banned. The company has used an ad about a girl named Katie who talked about being diagnosed with an illness that resulted in kidney failure at age 19. But she was able to find a transplant match because a stranger was scrolling on TikTok. The company wrote in a caption that, for some people, having TikTok has been literally life-saving. This advertisement campaign from TikTok is an attempt to portray themselves as a savior of Americans and a champion for small businesses. It will be interesting to see what happens to the company as they continue to try and raise public sentiment amongst the general public. Finally, China's exporters are panicking due to tariffs on goods to the U.S. and are trying to find alternative ways to sell their products. Recently, at an exporters exhibition in China, hundreds of attendees listened intently as employees of Russian e-commerce companies explain what Russian consumers like to buy online. These exporters have been trying to find other markets, including Russia, Southeast Asia, and South America. These exporters say that the U.S. market is basically irreplaceable and are extremely concerned with how they will continue to sell their goods at the volume that they previously did. Some businesses are considering moving factories to places such as Cambodia or Vietnam to avoid the tariffs altogether. Some Chinese companies already are surviving on razor-thin margins, and these tariffs will be their final blow. It is fascinating to observe how businesses respond to economic conditions like these, and ultimately the consequences of these various moves will no doubt have resounding effects on both the United States and Chinese economies. That's all for today, and I hope you all have a great weekend.